Hello and welcome to BYJU'S IAS. Let's get started with our daily quiz and look at question number 1. Which of the following is correct regarding Gopal Krishna Gokhale? What is the context? This is today's PIB news. Prime Minister Modi pays tribute to Gopal Krishna Gokhale on his Jayanti. Statement number 1, he became Congress president at its Banaras session in 1905. He was regarded by the Mahatma Gandhi as his political guru. He started a weekly newspaper, the Hitawada, in Marathi. Which of these statements is or are correct? Please let me know in the comment section what do you think is the right answer. Yes, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, who was considered to be a moderate leader of the Indian National Congress, he became the Congress president in 1905 at its Banaras session. Number 2, he was regarded by Mahatma Gandhi as his political guru. This statement is also correct. Yes, he did start a weekly newspaper called Hitawada, which is even running right now. But this newspaper is not in Marathi, it is in English. That is why statement number 3 is incorrect. 1 and 2, C, is the right answer. Staying with Gopal Krishna Gokhale, let's look at question number 2. Which of the following is incorrect regarding Dharmatma Gokhale? Number 1, it was a book written by Bal Gangadhar Tilak as a tribute to Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Statement number 2, it was written in Sanskrit. Yes, this was a book written as a tribute to Gopal Krishna Gokhale, but it was not written by Bal Gangadhar Tilak. It was written by Gandhiji. And this book was written not in Sanskrit, it was written in Gujarati. So both these statements are incorrect. The question is asking which of these statements is or are incorrect. Both these statements are incorrect. C is the right answer. Now let's look at question number 3. Which of the following is incorrect regarding Rabindranath Tagore? What is the context? Again, the PIB news. Prime Minister Modi paid rich tributes to Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore on Tagore Jayanti. Option A, Rabindranath Tagore was awarded Nobel Prize for Literature in 1913 for Gitanjali. This statement is correct. In 1874, Tagore's poem Abhilash was published anonymously in a magazine called Tatobodhini. This statement is also correct. In 1921, Rabindranath Tagore established Vishwabharati University. This statement is also correct. Yes, Rabindranath Tagore renounced his knighthood, but not in 1905 following the partition of Bengal, but 1919 following the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. So statement C is incorrect. So C is the right answer. Now let's look at question number 4. Which of the following amendments were made to the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act in the year 2020? What is the context? This is today's The Hindu newspaper. FCRA amendments are crippling our work, says the NGOs. Why? Because these amendments make it compulsory to open bank account in Delhi. Now the question is asking which of the following amendments were made to FCRA in 2020. Number 1, foreign contribution must be received only in an account designated by the bank as FCRA account in the Delhi branch of the State Bank of India. This statement is correct. The government may conduct an inquiry before renewing the FCRA certificate. If the FCRA certificate is expiring within 6 months, this certificate shall have to be renewed. But before renewing the certificate, the government may conduct an inquiry to check if this person is indulging in activities aimed at religious conversion. So this statement is also correct. Statement 3, a person who receives foreign contribution must not use more than 20% of the contribution for meeting administrative expenses. Let's say, for example, the donation is 1 crore. Initially, it was that 50% of this donation can be used to meet administrative expenses. Let's say, for example, for salaries, for travel, so on and so forth. But now these 2020 amendments have said that not more than 20% of this donation can be used for meeting administrative expenses. So D, all of the above, is the right answer. Let's look at a previous year's question paper, Prelims 2012. Consider the following areas: Bandipur, Bhitarkanika, Manas, Sundarbans. Which of the above are tiger reserves? Bandipur is a tiger reserve in Karnataka. Manas is a tiger reserve in Assam. Sundarbans is a tiger reserve in West Bengal. Bhitarkanika is not. It is a national park in Odisha, but it is not specifically a tiger reserve. So 1, 3, 4, B is the right answer. Now let's look at the fact of the day, non-MLA as the Chief Minister, Mamata Banerjee. What is the context? This is today's business standard. Now, in order to be appointed as the Chief Minister, one has to be either an MLA, member of a legislative assembly, or member of a legislative council. But if you are neither an MLA nor an MLC, you can still be appointed as the Chief Minister, but within 6 months, you have to get yourself elected to either legislative assembly or legislative council. But Mamata Banerjee's case is a curious one. Why? Because in Bengal, there is no legislative council. So within 6 months, she has to get elected as an MLA. In West Bengal, there are 294 legislative assembly seats, but 2 seats are vacant. Why? Because just before the polling, the 2 candidates died. The candidates belonging to the recognized political party died, and that is why in these 2 seats elections could not be conducted. There is another seat where the candidate died of COVID after the results were declared, which means even this seat is vacant. So what Ms. Banerjee can do, she can contest elections from one of these 3 seats, get elected as an MLA, and continue as the Chief Minister. But there is a catch here. What if elections for these seats is not held? Why? Because of the COVID-19 pandemic. In such a situation, can Ms. Banerjee continue as the Chief Minister? No. Can Election Commission of India delay the conduct of elections? Yes. Normally, there is no time period mentioned in the Constitution within which Election Commission shall have to organize the election. But normally it is said that within 6 months, Election Commission should hold an election if there is a vacancy. But then there is Representation of the People Act 1951. This Representation of the People Act says that Election Commission of India may not hold election if the Election Commission of India, in consultation with the central government, it certifies that in this situation it is very difficult to hold elections. In that case, Mamata Banerjee may not get herself elected to the Legislative Assembly. She cannot continue as the Chief Minister. Someone else is to be appointed as the Chief Minister of West Bengal. If within 6 months, Election Commission of India, in consultation with the central government, certifies that in the current situation it is not possible to conduct elections. That is it from our daily quiz. Thank you for being with us. Have a great evening.